All right. Final update for the day is I spent the morning rewriting Soccer Time and making it Big Country Soccer Time. This will be made available free in the Google Drive. I will remove Futbol Tempus as Futbol Tempus is a more confusing, less exactly the same game. I've just written it and made it a lot more clear, and I've also changed the game grade to a game grade number, which makes it a little more easy to play, and I've defined it better. So Futbol Tempus will be coming out of the Google Drive, and I'll just be replacing it with the new, better written, I think, better written version of Soccer Time. This is the advanced version. This is not the same game that is in Time Complete, Time Sports Complete. This is the more advanced version of soccer, which I showed on the channel yesterday for any confusion, and I put a link to Futbol Tempus. So I've rewritten these rules. I've double checked the charts, and I went ahead and added the Big Country and Small Towns universe write-ups about the cities. So you get a little more depth as to, and again, you don't have to play the game using this fictional universe. It's just to give an example of what you can do with Time Sports games, creating your own teams, your own leagues, etc. All right, so there's a write-up including the debut write-up of Rock Island. Rock Island has not appeared in any other Big Country books, so Rock Island is the latest area in the region that features a town called Porter Bay and Jonesboro. So anyway, it's now Big Country Soccer Time. All right, and I've got, again, I've completely rewritten it. So now the game setup and procedures here. So this just walks you through, select a couple of teams, determine who's home and away, determine the game grade number, GG number, using the pre-match table 1. Note home and away and the GG on the score sheet. So again, you scribble on the score sheet, Milwaukee at New York, and the game grade is, let's say, 4+. Okay. Begin play. Make your first action time roll, your ATR roll, and follow the game flow procedures to resolve all matches. So this is just roughly how the game will function. But then we get into the actual game flow procedure, BCST. Check your action time roll. That's a D6 check. If the D6 check is equal to the GG number or higher, which is decided on the pre-match chart, then you're going to have action go down. You'll tally the segment. This roll gives you the segment of time. You tally the segment, and then you check to see if there is action. If there's actions, you go to the pitch location matrix, and then you check there. If the pitch location tells you attack, defense, set piece, then the team with the highest attack value wins, and then you go to the attack value matrix and roll to see if there's a shot on goal or whatever. Okay, so this just walks you through that procedure. So action time roll, if there's an event, you go to the pitch location. If it tells you that, it'll tell you if it's midfield, defense, or attack. And whoever wins that then will roll that table to tell you if it's a shot, a penalty, or a set piece. And then you repeat these until all segments are used for the first half. So example of game flow. Before the game, both teams cross-reference their style on the pre-match chart, table 1. Style determines whether these teams are action-packed or whether these teams are defensive, etc. So just because the game grade number is high doesn't mean they're not really good teams. It could mean that they just play stalemate soccer. So your game grade number is going to dictate how often we have events. So the lower the game grade, the more times you're going to be checking the action charts. Okay. So again, your game grade literally is your action time roll. If the D6 for that segment is equal to or higher than the game grade, then you're going to see some action. And you're automatically going to count whatever that roll is as a segment of time. And again, I give an example of how that looks. Okay. So again, the action time roll, I just described it. Teams are graded in 6 different ratings: style, attack, midfield, defense, goalie, set piece. Right. And it looks like it looks like I have repeated that for some reason. It's known as position groups. So there's a typo, but that's okay. And then we can make a couple of teams. This will also help people understand how the game works. If you want to stop and make a couple of teams, feel free. If not, skip on down to the two teams that we've made together, and we can then start, we can use these two teams to learn the game. You match up the home style versus the visitor style. Here, of course, it is with the Wanderers A and Bayside. So we look at homes. Wanderers are A versus D. We need a 4+. Is it D? Yeah, it is. A versus D is 4+. So that becomes our game grade. And we make the note, again, Wanderers versus the Magpies. And next to that, we would note 4+. Then I'm going to start the game. I roll for the first segment, and I roll, let's say, a 5. That would be 5 segments of time used, and we go to the action charts, the pitch location chart. So let's say we did that, right? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. But this is going to dictate whether we're going to action charts, right? And it also dictates the time used. If I roll a 1, that's 1 segment of time, or 3 minutes of play. If I roll a 6, that is 18 minutes gone in the game, because you multiply this number by 3 for time. Okay. Each game or half consists of 15 segments, so 15 times 3 is 45 minutes. If you happen to get over that, then you would be playing into add-on time. Okay, so that's how that works. The Wanderers, and here's an example of play. The Wanderers of the Magpies, they're a GG5. So I did that wrong too, technically. A versus D should be a 4. So I got that typo, but oh well. It'll still make its point. Damn it. Whoops. That's what happens when you do all this at 4 in the morning with your first cup of coffee. And I've only been home to go over this to get it to make this video. So anyway, this walks you through exactly how the game works in this example. And then a designer note as to how that game grade affects play. Pitch location matrix. So when your game grade is equal to or above, whatever the game grade is, that's the only column you roll for the whole game for both teams. Let's say I roll a 2 and it's an attack. I would then go back and see which team has the highest attack value. C and C. Uh-oh, it's a tie. So if it's tied, you have to use the tie-break procedure. And the tie-break procedure is right here. All advantage goes to the team with the highest style grade after the tie. Okay, so the highest style grade is the Wanderers. So the Wanderers would win that. So the Wanderers go to the attack table. So they're on the attack. That would be in the defensive side of the field. Pitch location, the attack. Okay, and let's say their attack is, what was their attack? I missed it. Their attack was C. So the Wanderers are going to make a roll on the attack table on C. And let's say I roll a 6. It's a shot on goal. So then we're going to go down to shot. And the shot is rolled against the goalie. So we check their goalie rating. Their goalie rating for the Magpies. Goalie rating for the Magpies is a B. So we're going to make a roll here to see if we can score. So we get a shot on a B goalie. B. And we roll, let's say I roll a 5. That's a goal. So we score a goal at the 15-minute mark. 5 times 3, 15-minute mark of the first half. Right? That ends that segment. We go back up and we roll again what's called the ATR. And again, it's always going to be the same number of the game grade. And let's say I roll a 3. That's 3 times 3. It's 9 more minutes gone, but it doesn't equal or go over the game grade. So that just means it's a stalemate. Nothing happens. And we roll again. Let's say I roll a 1. That's 3 minutes added. So now we're at 15, 9. That's 24, 3. It's 27. We're 27 minutes in. Still no action. And let's say I roll again. I get a 6. That's 18 and 27. That's going to put us at 45. So it's going to be literally the final action of the first half. And I roll a 6. Okay, we already know we're here. Let's say I roll again and I get a 5. It's another attack. It's going to be the Wanderers. We already know that. The Wanderers get to roll another attack here. Let's say I roll, again, they're a C. Let's say I roll a 1. It's a set piece. So we go down here to set piece, and we roll against the goalie. Set pieces against the goalie. So this would be a corner kick or a, it's a set piece, like say a penalty, a corner kick, something like that. and their goalie's a B, and I roll again. When I roll a 3, it's a turnover. The ball is turned over, event ends, and whistle blows. First half ends, Wanderers are winning 1-0. And that's it. That's how the game works. I also included the Big Country Soccer Association with all the teams from the Big Country universe in here. Central City, Grand Bay, Bayside, Coaldale, they're all rated for you, ready to play, so you can get a chance to test the game without making teams. And I give an example of how you can flesh out your teams so they're not just a name and ratings. Pick your starting 11, right? And assign them a 1d6 for their potential goal. So when a goal is scored, like this is the Bayside, but let's say this is the Wanderers and I roll a 5, that goal was scored by number 10, Wells, right? If it's a turnover and I want to know who saved the set piece, who on this set piece shot that was a turnover, somebody on the defense created a turnover. I roll down here and find out, Lincoln saved the day on that set piece. So Lincoln, that would be form, right? I mean, I'd tab over the course of the game. Lincoln gets 1 or 2 of these. He's having a good day, right? Turnovers. And again, if there's a set piece shot of the Wanderers, for instance, earned a set piece, I would roll to see who got that set piece. And let's say I rolled it's Benson. So Benson got the corner kick. And let's say, again, for the Wanderers, Lincoln made the turnover, stopped it, right? Took the ball away, ended that play. And earlier in the game, the Wanderers, Wells, scored the goal, right? So you can create your own starting 11 and just assign the weight of the D6 for these statistics. And that's it. That's that simple, folks. However, again, for those who have asked, what's the difference between Time Sports Complete and the Big Country? Well, the Big Country versions feature the Big Country universe with teams and things made. But all of the normal time, traditional time games are much more advanced. They feature game flows. They feature multiple charts. They feature multiple secondary checks. Time Sports Complete games are literally 1 page. It's 2 charts, and that's it. You're rolling dice on just 2 charts, 1 page, you're done. So when people ask me what's the difference, well, the complete games are super elegant, super simple, and super fast. These are the advanced that let you put together your own teams, let you have the sense of an ebb and flow of what's happening on the pitch or on the football field or in the baseball diamond, right? And so there you have it. This will be going in the Google Drive folder to replace Futbol Tempus. Again, completely free. Go grab it if you want it. And thanks again for watching. Good day.